We have completed the first 2 steps of developing an attitude of creative indifference toward anger. The first step was to become aware of the issues that were making you mad. The second step was to accept that this is part of the caregiver's journey, and getting mad does not make you a bad person. So now I want to talk about another strategy, and I'm sure you have felt like doing this, but maybe you haven't. So I just want to share this strategy, which is hit something. Never a person. When COVID-19 Delta variant overwhelmed our local hospital, the administration realized that they needed to offer some additional support to the medical staff. So they began offering some classes in yoga, in mindfulness, in deep breathing, in gratitude, and all of that was appreciated, but they needed to go one more step. So they rented a wrecking room, which was a place where medical staff could just go and smash dishes up against the wall. They could just break countless dishes to smithereens, and they could scream, cuss, cry, do whatever they needed to do in that room to relieve their stress. So a friend of mine, a woman in Montana who worked for the Area Agency on Aging in Bozeman, had 3 brothers and was caring for her 92-year-old mother, said that one of the ways that she dealt with her stress was to go home after work, grab her shotgun, go up to her 2nd-story bedroom window, and she would shoot gophers in the yard. Now, some people might see that as cruelty to animals. In her mind, she was getting rid of a pesky varmint, and she was relieving her stress. Now, one of my favorite stories about breaking things and came from a lady in Iowa. I had spoken at an Alzheimer's conference there, and she came up to me at a break, and she said, "I want to tell you about my anger management program." And I said, "I want to hear it." And she said, "Well, it takes 2 dozen eggs a day." I said, "Okay, tell me more." And she told me that they lived on an egg farm out in the country, and every morning when she went out to collect the eggs to sell, she would set aside 2 dozen for herself. And then in the afternoon at 3:56, when the train came by, she would be out there with her basket of 2 dozen eggs, and as the train passed, she would throw the eggs at the passing cars. She said if it was a short train, she'd throw them really, really fast, and if it was a long train, she would take aim and try to hit the logos in the middle of every train car. Well, I thought that was hysterically funny, and I really got a chuckle out of it. But then I thought, I wonder what the engineer on that train thought. Did he think, wow, this lady really hates trains? Did she not know that there was a train track next to this farm when they bought it? Is she angry with the whistle? Is she mad because it rumbles? Did her husband run off with somebody who worked for the company? What is it? Why is this lady so mad? And the bottom line is, it had nothing to do with the train. She needed a safe place to expel her anger, and the train was some place that she could go out to every single day and smash those eggs and relieve some of her stress. And I've thought since then, some days we are the egg lady. Some days we need a safe place to expel our anger. And some days we're the train. So if you have a day where you feel like you are catching somebody else's wrath and it's totally undeserved, maybe you could just shrug your shoulders and say, well, maybe today I am the train. I think these are great stories. A couple of them are pretty funny. But the truth is sometimes we need physical release. And maybe you want to hit a golf ball or a tennis ball, maybe going for a walk or riding a bike or lifting weights, doing something that relieves some of this physical energy will help you manage your caregiver anger.